Going on, everybody? It's Jay-Zack from Jay-Zack in the Red Zone. This title's probably a little peculiar to you. If you guys had recently, so I got a little bit of good amount of new subscribers. You guys are probably here from Kid Blues channel. As everybody knows, we did a video together where we put together our top 5 QBs in this draft class. If you haven't seen that, I'll put a link to it in the description down below. You should really check that out. But I'm going to give some updated information here on my personal stance on these quarterbacks. Well, specifically on Drew Lock, as you can already tell from the title. So in that video, I mocked Drew Lock as probably my 5th quarterback in this year's draft class. I have now bumped him up to 4, right above Daniel Jones. I have Daniel Jones at 5, Drew Lock at 4, Greer at 3, Haskins at 2, and Kyler Murray at 1. But in that video, you guys would know that I specifically said that Drew Lock has the highest ceiling out of all the quarterbacks in this year's draft class. That has not changed for me. I truly do believe Drew Lock has more talent than any quarterback in this year's draft class. I think he's got more talent than any quarterback in last year's draft class, but that does not mean he will get that talent. It does not mean he will live up to that talent, that he will become everything he possibly can be. Now, I have a whole nother video coming up on why I think the Giants don't need to take a quarterback this year and why I don't think they shouldn't and why I wouldn't if I was a New York Giants GM. I have a whole nother video on that. But I will say this. If the Giants have to take a quarterback this year, if they are going to take one, and Kyler Murray is not there at 6, I think you take Drew Lock at 17. Now, hear me out, Giants fans. Hear me out, everybody. Everybody, hear me out. Okay? Drew Lock, this is a fact. Drew Lock has gotten better every single year of college. He's got 4 years of college underneath his belt. And every single year, he has improved. That is a fact. You go watch his tape, it's a fact. He's probably the second best deep thrower in this year's class. In the video, I said he is horrible in all aspects. I was wrong. I've watched a lot more tape on Drew Lock since then. But here's the thing, guys. Like I said, he's gotten better every single year. That's undoubtedly true. Now, if we do take a quarterback this year, Gettleman has said he likes the whole Kansas City thing, where they let their quarterback sit underneath their veteran year and let him start year 2. The rookie quarterback does not touch the field. If that's true, if we really are going to have a quarterback sit for a year, I think the best quarterback to take is Drew Lock. You let him sit for the whole year. You let him learn under Pat Shurmur, who has been a pretty decent quarterback whisperer in his past. You let that guy sit under Pat Shurmur for a year, and I think Drew Lock could become better than Haskins, Greer, Daniel Jones. Kyler Murray's a different story. You know, so that's the thing, Giants fans. When you watch Drew Lock's tape, he makes throws in this class that I didn't even see Baker Mayfield make. I was like, wow. Drew Lock, his biggest problem is inconsistency. If you can keep coaching this kid up and you get him to be more consistent, I mean, he will just make some throws. Mike Too Nice, if you guys don't know who that is, he's in the Giants YouTuber. He just put together like a 17-minute video on Drew Lock's, NFL caliber throws. It's not really a highlight tape. It's just more of like certain throws that he made that he thinks were NFL caliber type throws. And he was right. And like I said, I'm not telling anybody just go watch his highlights. That's how good he is. What I'm saying is that video can give you an idea of just what kind of talent I'm talking about when I say Drew Lock. Drew Lock has this innate ability to be able to throw off balance and just throw a dime. Aaron Rodgers-esque kind of stuff. The only quarterbacks I see do stuff like that are Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. And Drew Lock has that special talent to be able to do stuff like that. So if you can polish this guy up, you can get him to work on his accuracy. You can get him more consistent. He has all the intangibles to need to be a phenomenal quarterback at the next level. Like I said, I'm only okay with taking Drew Lock if we will let him sit for a year. If you let him sit for a year, I would rather have Drew Lock over any other quarterback in this class besides Kyler Murray. So no, right now, Drew Lock is still probably the 4th best QB on my board in a weak quarterback class. But if you give them one more year to just purely develop, they don't have to play a game, they just developing, I think Drew Lock can be better than any quarterback in this year's class, and I mean even Kyler Murray. So that's the thing, guys. If you want to argue with me in the comment section below, that's cool. If you guys want to know how would I draft him, I would draft him maybe at 17, big maybe, but I'd prefer to get him in the 2nd round if possible. So That's it, guys. Look forward for a new video coming soon about why I think the Giants don't need to take a quarterback in this year's class, and hopefully my new mock draft, and then the top 5 edge rushers that is going to be coming out. Me and Kid Blue's top 5 edge rushers will be dropping. That video will be dropping on this channel. So check for that out, and then we'll be doing a mock draft together as well. And there should be a podcast hoping going on between me, Kid Blue, and the Entertainer Talking Sports. Look forward to that, you guys. Subscribe if you haven't already for new. Maybe give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Dislike if you disliked it. Drop a comment down in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys later. Bye.